There was a time before the noise of borders and the weight of history when the lands of Pakistan and India were not divided. People lived side by side, sharing festivals, languages, and dreams. Streets echoed with laughter, and hearts were connected without fear. No one imagined that one day a single line would change everything. Then came 1947, a year that would forever reshape destiny. A border was drawn not just on land but across millions of hearts. Families were separated overnight. Friends became strangers. Trains carried not just passengers but stories of loss, pain, and survival. The silence of goodbye was louder than any war. As years passed, the wounds of the past never fully healed. Tensions grew, wars were fought. Trust was broken again and again. On both sides of the border, soldiers stood ready, carrying the pride of their nations and the burden of history. The world watched as two powerful countries faced each other, strong, determined, but divided. Weapons grew more advanced, power became more dangerous. Both nations became nuclear powers, holding a strength that could change the fate of millions in seconds. The fear was no longer just about war. It was about what could be lost forever. But beyond the politics, beyond the headlines, there is another truth. On both sides of the border, life continues. Children laugh and play, unaware of the lines that separate them. Mothers pray for their sons to return safely. Families dream of peace, of a future where fear does not exist. Because deep down, people are the same. They want love, safety, and hope. Sometimes the tension rises again. Jets fly across the skies. Alarms echo in the silence. For a moment, it feels like history might repeat itself, like the past is ready to return with even greater force. But then comes a question. What if things could be different? What if strength was not shown through war, but through peace? What if courage meant choosing dialogue instead of destruction? What if the same hands that once held weapons could reach out for peace? Because at the end of the day, borders may divide land, but they cannot truly divide humanity. Pakistan and India are not just rivals. They are neighbors, bound by history, culture, and shared roots. The past may be filled with pain, but the future is still unwritten. And maybe, just maybe, the next chapter will not be about war, but about peace.